Yo, what's good, y'all? We got another video. On this work order, it states that the pharmacy is getting too cold overnight when they call for heat. EMS is reading the highest supply of 61 degrees Fahrenheit. So today we got a heat call. So So this is labeled rooftop unit number 4. And then also this unit is right above the pharmacy. So when I got here, this panel did not have any screws in it. So before we leave, we're gonna put some new screws in there. And so heat is relatively simple, but let's go ahead and go through the steps. So if you've been doing it for a long time and you probably forget, or you're just trying to learn, this video should help you. So we got a carrier unit. We're gonna come here, open this up. You got all the goodies in here: transformer, ignition control module, contactor, relays, capacitor, another board, terminal block, and this right here is an ICC card. This allows the rooftop unit to communicate with the energy management system. See, they got all these nice lights on it and stuff. So I believe the energy management system had installed this and put this bag over it. So I'm gonna just leave it how they got it. And so as we can see, we got a gas pack unit. So gas is always fun to mess with. So before we do anything, before you even turn it off, check to see if there's an error code, okay? Because sometimes when you reset the unit, it'll reset the error code, so you wouldn't know what's going on, because it may fire up fine the first few times, but it may stop after you leave. You get what I'm saying? So this is the light you got to look at on the ignition control module, okay? So sometimes you can't see it. I just put my hand on it like this. And so right now it's just a solid on. So solid on means normal operation, okay? Normal operations. So what I'm gonna do is, before I jump out the heat and everything, I'm gonna take this bottom cover off, and we need to inspect the gas valve, the burners, stuff like that. You don't wanna just come over here and just jumping stuff out. So let me go ahead and unscrew this. All right, we got it open now. As you can see, look at this condenser coil. So when you are cleaning coils, see, like this side is all cool. It's got a lot of hail damage on it. But when you clean coils, you want to make sure you get the inside, and then also you want to make sure you get here. There's a lot of people who are just cleaning coils, but they don't open up this side to clean it, to clean this. So I'm gonna brush it down a little bit just to show you how dirty it is. So you can tell that's night and day. So what I'm gonna do is, since I'm already here, I'm gonna just go ahead and brush it down real quick, and then we're gonna jump back to the heat. So we're just doing an inspection. Fill the inducer motor. Make sure it's not hot. Make sure it's not seized. Make sure it's not making noise. Make sure none of the wires are burnt up. And so now we did a visual inspection. Nothing is obvious. I just noticed something. There's a 5 amp fuse missing right there. Why is the fuse missing? Okay. So I'm gonna brush this off and then we'll jump it out and see what's going on with this fuse. Alright, so I brushed that condenser coil down. It's not a full cleaning, but it's brushed down. Also, check the inducer, check the baffles, the gas valve. We just visually inspected it. Also, I made the heat exchangers accessible so we can check for any holes or anything, any cracks. I was looking at these before I turned the camera on. I think the heat exchangers are good. We can probably get another year or 2 out of these guys. So now what I'm gonna do is, we know the heating components don't look bad. Now I'm gonna go ahead and close this back up. And then also close this back up. And then I'm gonna jump the fan, make sure the fan is going in the correct rotation. This is the rotation it's supposed to be going into. It's supposed to be going to left. So I can do that real quick while I got y'all on the phone. Let's see what it do. I just got it jumped out with an alligator clip. R to G, make that fan come on. Okay, it is going in the correct rotation. So now I'm about to cover up this heat exchanger again, and I'll get back with y'all. Okay, and so I got the heat exchangers back covered. If you can, just be mindful of what screws come out of here, because sometimes they have special screws that can actually withstand the heat. Another thing I noticed that this unit has a new transformer in there, a newer transformer. That's not OEM. I got a fuse back in there. So now I got 2 alligator clips jumped out right now. So we're gonna jump this heat out, see if it comes on. So I noticed something. So what happened was I jumped out W1. And what happened was the fuse blew, but the heat was still coming on. So that means we have a ground short somewhere. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to chase down. I'm gonna check all the wiring, make sure we're not rubbing anywhere. So I'll get back with y'all. So I put the phone down and I found the short like relatively fast. Look at this. It was rubbing all on the squirrel cage. So I gotta fix these wires and try to prevent them from rubbing out. Also, I'm gonna look around some more, see if anything else has been rubbing. And look, stuff has been rubbing. Look at that. That's been rubbing. This has been rubbing. This has been rubbing. This has been rubbing. Everything has been damn rubbing. Damn. Down there, everything rubbed down on this damn unit. So we can't just replace a unit just because of the wires are rubbed out. So now I just gotta take my time and butt connecting all these damn wires. So I'm about to do that and I'm gonna get back with y'all. So I'm just going through each wire that is shorted or rubbed out, and I'm just cutting them and putting butt connectors on there. Like for example, like this one. What I'm going to do is, here goes some more wires that I just rubbed out. Gosh, rubbed out. So we're just gonna keep going one at a time, until all of them are done. And then I'll find somewhere to mount them up, so this, to try to prevent this issue from happening. Look like a damn rat done chewed this shit. All right, I'll get back with y'all when I finish. All right, so after repairing all the wires and putting butt connectors, I think I still got one more to do. I mounted them on the squirrel cage on the soft side, so they won't be rubbing against the edges. You see the edges are sharp. And I think I may have forgot about one. Well, this one's not exposed. So I'm gonna just stick it back there and just keep it out the way of the edges so it doesn't rub. Because what's happening is that when this blower motor is running, it's causing these wires to vibrate. And it's an older unit. That's just normal. Things happen like that. So many different people have touched these units and did their own little thing. So I'm just doing what I think will prevent further rub outs. So I'm gonna get back to this. I'm gonna clean this up, make it look better. But what I did was, remember this fuse had popped earlier. So what I did was I put a little popper on there. A little popper. It's like a rap name. And so I put it where the fuse goes, so we don't keep burning up fuses, okay? Have you ever went somewhere and you just saw a pile of fuses? That means somebody kept putting fuse after fuse after fuse because they kept popping. So this right here is, you can reset it. So when it trips, it'll come up and you can manually reset it. So instead of me burning out any more fuses, I'm just gonna use this, make sure it doesn't pop. And also, if we're good, then I put a fuse back in there. So it says max is 5 amp. Those are the orange ones. The blue ones are 3s, and this is a 3 amp, so it'll work fine. If it don't pop this, it ain't gonna pop no 5. So let's go ahead and before we turn the power on, make sure, just do a visual inspection. Make sure nothing is like obviously gonna be an issue. I just shove this cord in here. Okay. We just started doing these accounts, so I'm new to this EMS system that they use. They use a different company than what I'm used to. And then also, they have sensors in different locations than the other stores. And their set point's a little bit different, so it's all good. It's, you know, it's a part of life. You just got to learn to adapt. So I got my alligator clips on here on heat. So let's see if it runs without popping. So something just did not work. I'm looking at all the fuses. There's a fuse up there. That doesn't look true. don't think the transformer is shot out. I don't see a light on this board now. So what I gotta do is I gotta get my meter out and go ahead and test this low voltage. Sun is going down. So I gotta put y'all back down so I can use both of my hands now. So I figured out why the ignition control module would not light up. There was a wire that was loose, so I got that fixed up. And then also I got my wires out the way of the blower and out the way of being able to hit these corners on this cage. So still got my little poppers set up, put it right there on top. Power on. Before we do that, let's make sure nothing is obviously going to cause an issue. All right, power on. Inducer just came on. Colorful flame. And our blower motor just came on. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna let it run for about 5 to 10 minutes, just to make sure we do not have a safety limit switch open up. And then also what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up this supply cover so the heat will be coming out here so they won't get burnt up inside of the pharmacy. So I'm gonna put the camera down while I do that and wait 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna get back with y'all. So I let this unit run for a while and it's just heating. It's heating. It was heating right before I hit that disconnect. You can see the inducer drive motor is slowing down. The supply temperature got up to about 80 degrees Fahrenheit. That's just the best. That's just the best it's gonna do. I verified that the economizer. Well, this is without the blower motor. I could try to slow that motor down, but then we're in Georgia. It's really not that. It really doesn't never get this cold. This is like very cold for us. So I could slow the blower motor down. I may do that. I'm gonna think about it. It's just been like this for so long. And then I don't want to have to, if I do slow the blower motor down, then I'm going to have to come back when it gets warmer to change the speed again, because this unit is just up in age, man. I don't, tell you the truth, I really don't want to put too much thought into it. Like some of the wire is changed, so I'm just gonna leave the blower motor speed how it is. We know that the heat is working. I verified the economizer is in the closed position and not opening. This unit only has about 40,000 BTU of heat. It only got 2 baffles. So before I leave, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call energy management system for this retail store and I'm going to verify that they're able to communicate with the unit. And also, I'm going to tell them to jump the heat out so I can verify that the heat comes on when they call for it, because they turn it on and off when I'm not here. And if they're not able to do that, then I'm going to get a call back. I'm going to have to come back. And so if that goes well, that'll be good. I'm going to just clean up just a little bit. And then also, I noticed that this smoke detector was not daisy chained or even connected. So we're new to this account. We're new to these stores. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to advise the store manager to put in a work order for the fire and sprinkler company, so they can come and investigate these smoke detectors in these units. I went up to that one right there, and that one's not connected either. So and then also I'm going to put in my work order that I advised the store manager about the smoke detector issue, so we can have a paper trail of it. Because if he doesn't do it, and God forbid this store just burns down and the AC units continue to cool while the store is burning down, they're going to say, why didn't you say anything about the smoke detectors being not connected? So by me putting it down in my work order, I can cover my butt. But most likely they're going to call the people, because I'm going to tell him it's very urgent. And that's why you have to do a full diagnostic, a full scope diagnostic, okay? Because that smoke detector not being connected and something happening in the future, they're going to be like, there's nothing that you can really say. You cannot say, oh, why didn't the company before us do something about it, or they did something about it. They're going to say, well, you were the last one to work on it. You should have let us know. So I'm going to let them know about that. And so I'm about to get off this camera and call Grid Point, and then we're going to call it a job complete. Yeah, and that's it. I had to so what the issue was, we had a lot of ground shorts over here in the blower motor area. I put butt connectors on there, and then also mounted it in a safer place, a better place. And then also I'm gonna put in a new fuse here. We're gonna go from there. It's weird, but this unit I pulled the little popper out, the heat kept on going, so I'm really not sure if somebody wired it like that, like changed the wiring to make it still run without the fuse. But I always thought without the fuse, it should stop. So, yeah, but this is an older unit. You can barely even see the tag. So I'm not gonna put too much worry or focus into this unit. There was a lot of wires that was stripped. Some people may have wanted to tell the customer to replace the unit, but nowadays, not only homeowners but also stores, they're having money's tight for them as well. So as long as you get this fixed, you just tell them that it's not a permanent fix, but we got you going. They'll be happy with that. So just let them know that, and just continue to be the best that you can be. And then I'm gonna put this drain back together and call it a day. It's starting to get dark out here. All right, y'all. Have a good day.